Hi everybody, welcome back to the Butthole Biker. I've got a bit of a poorly front wheel on the dirt bike.
We interrupt this programme on a point of clarity. The wheel positioned closest to the rider's posterior, as illustrated here, is commonly regarded as the rear wheel. The presenter in this video is clearly a buffoon and should be ignored. Thank you.
I noticed when I was washing it, when I got back from my ride last week, because I've been away for a few days, that I've got a couple of broken spokes, which wasn't particularly happy about. And I've noticed on closer inspection that none of the spokes on the back wheel are singing really, and they're quite loose. So I mean, look, I've got a couple that they're broken at the hub end. Got one there and one there. The guy that I bought the bike from said that the rear wheel had been recently re-spoked, so he did actually recommend that after I'd ridden it the first time, I tightened the spokes back up again and made sure it was true, which I didn't do because I forgot. So I took it out the second time, and that's when these spokes have been broken. So, assuming that the guy wasn't telling me lies, that it had been re-spoked, it's probably my own fault. So anyway, what I've decided to do is, because the tyre's got to come back off again regardless, because I've ordered some spare spokes. I didn't order a full set because hopefully these are new spokes on here. I've just ordered 6, I think, to replace the 2 that are broken, and if there's any others that look like they might be in need of it. And as I said in a previous video, next time I change the tyre, which I didn't expect to be straight away, whilst the tyres are off, I am going to get new tubes put in. And I was going to put mousses in, but when I phoned the KTM off-road bike shop that I'm taking these down to this morning, he's recommended these, I think they're quite new, types of inner tubes. They're called Lucioli. He's recommended those rather than mousses. I told him the sort of riding that I'm going to be doing. I told him what bike it is, you know, how far I have to travel to get to the lanes on the roads, etc. And he's basically said rather than mousses, he'd put these Lucioli inner tubes in, which are the rubber's 7mm thick on the tubes, and they're meant to be, you know, really strong, and they've actually got a bit of a run flat quality to them. So if I'm out on the lanes and I happen to get a puncture, which is going to be damn near impossible on a 7mm thick inner tube, then I could still, I'm not going to be stuck out in the lane, you can still get back. He's recommended these anyway, and rightly or wrongly, I'm going to take the advice of the guy that should know. They're not cheap, they're £125 each, which, I mean, even a mousse is only about 100 quid. So I'm hoping they're going to be good. He reckons that you'll outlast 2 or 3 mousses on a Lucioli tube, so going to give them a go. So hopefully these will come back. Oh, is that another one there? 3 broken spokes. I was bloody lucky the other day that I got back alright then. Anyway, so that's what I found, and that's what I'm doing about it, and I shall let you know how it goes. Well, there's a bit of an interesting development in this story. I've just got back from Eurotech in Ripon, which is the off-road KTM dealership in Ripon. They were really good, but I've had to leave the wheels with them. The back wheel that I mentioned had some broken spokes. The guy there, he started taking the tyre off of the wheel and what have you, and then he went, hang on a minute. And he found another couple of spokes that had broken but hadn't completely sheared off, which is why I didn't see them before. But I think in total there were 6 or 7 broken spokes, and he just went, hang on a minute, this isn't laced properly. And he looked, and whoever had laced the wheel, whether it was the guy that I bought the bike from or whether he got someone else to do it who just obviously didn't know what they were doing, a lot of the spokes had gone from the hub to the wrong nipples, so they had tension on them at the hub end. So it's quite lucky that it wasn't worse than what it was. I mean, God bloody knows what it could have happened. Anyway, so I've left it with him, and I've ordered a completely new set of spokes because we just don't know what tension there is on the other spokes that haven't broken yet. He's going to relace the back wheel, then he's going to let me know when it's ready, and I'm going to go down and we'll get the Luciolis fitted. So it wasn't what I was expecting, but you roll with the punches, don't you? So I'm in the workshop of Eurotech at the moment with Robbo, who is basically going to show us how this Lucioli inner tube is fitted into the wheel. I think he'll tell us a bit about it, but to me it's so thick it almost feels like a tyre basically. It's like a sort of soft tyre. But anyway, I shall leave you to tell us more about it.
Basically what we've got here is it's an inner tube really. That's all it is. 7mm thick wall inner tube.
Yeah.
And built into the tube we've got rim locks. Okay. With any sort of off-road wheel we have rim locks which will grip the bead of the tyre to stop the tyre spinning on the rim.
Yeah.
So we've got a rim lock built into the tube here.
Right.
One on the opposite side, and also the inlet valve, the air valve.
And has it got two rim locks so that if you did happen to get a puncture in the unlikely event, you're still able to run it and sort of finish off?
I'll come on to that. Because of the construction of it and the thickness of it, and the fact it's going to be holding the tyre in place in two areas.
Yeah.
You can literally run these on 0 psi on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
You know, and some people do actually run them at 0 psi depending on what sort of terrain they're riding on, what competition they're in. Because it's a tube and it's an air chamber, it's road legal as well.
Right. It's meant to be pneumatic, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be road
legal.
legal.
Road Traffic Act says that a tyre's got to be, will have an air chamber.
Right.
Pneumatic.
Yeah.
So basically we've got your wheeling prepared. Basically the wheel or the rim will come with two holes pre-drilled already.
Right.
One for the air and one for the rim lock. If we've got two, we've got to drill another hole.
Right, okay.
On the opposite side. So all we've done is we've lined up the tube.
Yeah.
So the valve and that rim lock are lining up, and then we just mark on the opposite side where we need to drill between the spokes. And that's all we've done really. All we've done is put a 9mm drill through there.
Made in Brazil, aren't they?
Yeah, they're made in Brazil by Lucioli. It's an unusual name.
Yeah, once I heard it, I thought it was going to be Italian, like, you know.
So far, we started selling these at Eurotech just over a year ago.
Right.
We come across them at Erzberg. I think we've sold well over about 250 now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 250 tubes. You know, it's like anything, it's not totally perfect.
No.
We have had some people puncture them.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been running these myself for over a year now. I run them in my trail bike. I run mine generally around sort of 3 psi.
Yeah.
The grip you can get is unreal.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is grease it up.
Right.
So I'll get some grease. Your tyre is just behind you there. Just wheel that out.
Yeah.
So we're going to use some silicone grease. We don't use any other type of grease. It's got to be silicone because it's inert and it's not harmful to the rubber.
Right.
It prevents friction.
Yeah.
They are a bit of an art to fit.
Yeah, I've gathered that. Because they go in sort of partially inflated like a moose, don't they?
Well, yeah, you've got to put it into the tyre first.
Yeah.
What we're going to do now. So all we're doing is just working out which way the tube's going to go in the tyre.
Yeah.
That's really okay.
Bit manhandled.
Yeah. They are a bit like cowhide, these things.
Yeah. But I suppose that's the good thing about them.
We're going to fit the valve first. So what we're going to do is pull that out like that.
Right.
And spin the around. I'm just pushing that through.
Okay, and get a nut on the washer on the
Get the washer and nut on. And once this is on, we'll put the first rim lock in. And all we're going to have to do is grab this one. See, it's a little bit of manhandling.
Yeah.
Put that one through. Just get a nut on. For me, that's the hardest bit. Getting them 2 points in. Right, so we've got the valve in, we've got the first rim lock on. All we're going to do is push that up, just get the tube back into the tyre.
Right.
Okay, and then the bottom bead, just going to push that into place.
Okay.
Okay, so that's in place now. That's seated in the ring. So all we're going to do is just get it on like, just get the tyre line you would do normally.
Yeah.
And we'll work around the tyre so the last area of the tyre is where the rim lock is.
Okay.
Just do it gently.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do now. So just put the tyre bar in there so it's in line with the rim lock.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
Yep.
And then another bit of jockeying to get that.
Dead easy is this.
How's it?
What we're going to do
You've
now.
got to set it now, haven't you? You've got to send this the next half
All we're
hour.
going to do is just going to lift the tyre. The hole there. If you can come round, if you can see this, what we're going to do is just move it into position, that's all.
Yeah.
Sometimes they snap in
Yeah.
straight away. I think we're
Nearly. You just.
we're nearly there, aren't we? Yeah.
That's you, I think.
Yeah. So give it a bang,
That's it.
and it's through.
Gentle persuasion. I do that at work all the time. It's amazing how things move when you do it.
I'll just put a nut on that. So I've got the valve in, rim locks in, same procedure as normal. Putting the next bead on, starting to the left hand side, the first rim lock we put in.
Right.
That in there. Use the tyre lever. Yeah. Just work around.
Well, you've definitely made it look easy.
I've done about 100.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's not as easy as you've just made it look.
If you, it's just, the thing is, it's just having the tools,
Yeah.
having the right tools to do the job. It's like anything really. Yeah, so to put my knee on that, just to push the bead into the rim, into the well of the rim. Yeah, so we'll just get some air in there in a minute. So that's it, we've got it in.
Yeah.
What we're going to do now is put some air into it.
Right.
The valve stem, all we're going to do is screw that down, just so it's down enough so we can get the airline on. You don't have to do it any more than that.
Right, okay.
Okay, because it's not something that's going to be under, you know, the thread don't want to be under pressure basically.
No.
So down enough so you can get an air valve, you know, cap on as well.
Yeah. So it's just the pressure of the inner tube itself is basically going to be holding the valve out.
Yeah, yeah. We'll put about 25 psi in it.
Right.
Do.
Just to get the rim seated.
Just to get it inflated.
Yeah.
And get it all seated on the rim properly.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Right, so that's seated. So all we're going to do now is tighten up the rim locks. Just torque them up to 10 Newton meters, so let's get the torque wrench.
Yeah. £10 Nm.
Yeah, 10 Newton meters and no more. That's it. What we'll do now, we'll just take the air out. Yeah. Right, you've got about 11 psi in that.
Right.
Which I think will be alright if you're just trail riding.
Yeah. And do you normally put the same pressure in the front and the back?
No. Front's generally a little bit harder than the back.
Right.
Yeah, your back's always softer because that's where you want your grip. Okay.
Excellent.
That's it.
Thank you very much for that. And thank you for letting me film it. Thank you very much.
Alright, pleasure.
Yeah, spot on.
Over to you.
Well, that's the Luciolis fitted and the wheels are back on the bike, so I'm ready to hit the trails. I'm just doing a bit of an oil change and then tomorrow I'll be back out on the trails on this bike. So if you've made it this far into the saga, then thank you very much for watching. And also thank you very much to the guys down at Eurotech. They were absolutely fantastic. In particular to Robbo, who was really generous with his time, and as well as fitting the Luciolis and allowing me to film it and rethreading the spokes. It was massively informative about general bike maintenance, you know, dirt bike maintenance, and just a really nice guy. Incidentally, he's got a YouTube channel which is called Hard Enduro Media. I think it's Hard Enduro-Media, but I'll put a link to his channel in the description of this video. It's really good. I've watched probably 7 or 8 of his videos now, and well worth watching. So thank you very much, Robbo, and thank you very much to you for watching. I shall see you in the next video. As usual, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And hopefully the next time you see this bike, I'll be sat on it and we'll be on the trails. Thanks for watching. Bye. Either there's a massive pigeon on the roof, or I'm being robbed. It's like an Alfred Hitchcock film.